Namaste, and welcome to our continuing series on homeopathy with our beloved Dr. Pachegaonkar. Sir, today we decided on something a bit different and I think very important actually, micronutrients. When I open the internet, I'm seeing all kinds of things. You should take boron, you should take selenium, etc., etc. Can you enlighten us a bit on the usefulness or not usefulness or overdosing even of micronutrients?
See, micronutrients are the stuff which may not be required in large quantities, but their presence is required for so many activities in our body. For example, all vitamins. So, vitamin A, B, in B also there are like B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B9, B12, most important. Then vitamin C, then vitamin K for clotting, then vitamin D again for immunity and our ossification, calcification, calcium metabolism and all. Then there are so many other elements also, minerals, which are required, like iron for hemoglobin. Then we have, as you said, selenium, we have magnesium, we have potassium, we have sodium. This whole osmoregulation, everything is facilitated by presence of these nutrients, micronutrients. Mostly all these nutrients are not completely consumed. They are just recycled, like this vitamins. The minutest quantity is required, but that is essential for so many activities in our life, especially for reticuloendothelial system or immunity building, like vitamin C. If it is deficient, there would be like that inflammation will not be, inflammation is defense, and defense will not be roused in absence of vitamin C. Funniest part is, like, there are some animals who have capability of synthesizing these vitamins, especially vitamin C. It is synthesized in the gut of so many animals, but not in human beings. We need to have it ready made from either sources, plants, especially the fruits and vegetables. So things which are sour, they contain this ascorbic acid, that is vitamin C. So first thing we have to realize that all these things are naturally available in the food stuff what we eat. And definitely deficiency is not because it is not available. Either we don't eat those things, we avoid those things because of some tests or other things. And especially nature has created such an environment that where whatever is needed for you, it is abundantly available all over in full stop. Be it vitamin C, be it vitamin A, be it vitamin even D. The best part is that whatever is required in your body, if there is some deficiency which is created in our body because of some reason, body starts craving for the things which contain those elements. For example, we have seen that the females during pregnancy, they require more calcium for bringing up the fetus in the womb, and they start craving more calcium rich things. We have seen that females, they even long for eating chalk sticks, calcium pencils, lead pencils, which used to be having calcium in it, or even earth and the minerals which contain. So we start relishing the foodstuff which we require in the form of, say, I have seen magnesium. People who have magnesium deficiency, they like this custard apple like anything. They go mad after it because they need it. Same thing, custard apple, if you eat for say 1 month in India, it's a wild fruit. generally. Nowadays they are cultivating, but basically it is a wild fruit. Custard apple, it is available for a month, and that too, like just this is the season, like October and mid November.
Is it not very high in sugar?
Yeah, but you see, it is high in calorie, but that is required. Sugar is something which everyone needs, and everyone carbohydrate one takes, and it is fructose mainly. It's a good quality of sugar, not like glucose.
Right.
So it contains fructose, but along with that, it is very rich in magnesium. So you just eat for 1 month one custard apple a day, and for whole year's magnesium quota is fine. Same way mangoes. Like in mango season in India, if you eat mangoes, you get vitamin A, which would be enough for the whole year. So same way, we only vitamin B group. These are actually the vitamins which are synthesized in our intestinal tract with the help of friendly bacteria. B group vitamins. Otherwise, A, we have to depend on the source in vegetable and even animal products like fish oil. That is the best source for vitamin A. Same way, we have vitamin E. So, in these micronutrients, these vitamins, there are fat soluble vitamins and water soluble vitamins. In that, B group is water soluble, C vitamin is water soluble. So, even if we take excess, it would be excreted through urine. Whereas if we consume excess of fat soluble vitamins like vitamin A, then K or E, our body starts storing excess in the liver and these organs, and where it would be a degenerative change. So the affluence or toxicity is more dangerous than even deficiency in these fat soluble vitamins. So we have to be very careful while consuming these. We should not go for excessive consumption so long as the fat soluble vitamins are concerned. So, and the best part in vegetable source is that, like carrot is a rich source of beta carotene, and when we consume carrot, our body absorbs the beta carotene, which is a precursor form of vitamin A. So even if you eat tons of carrots, our body will never get toxicity because it is never in ready-made form. Whereas if you take from the source fish, it is in ready-made form. So definitely there is a chance of toxicity. So far as possible, the vegetable source is the best source for vitamins. Only problem is vitamin D is not available in vegetables. We have to rely on either sun, which is most natural, or milk like animal products. But even this vitamin D3 also, what you get from sun, it is again in a precursor form. These ultraviolet B rays between 290 to 320 nanometer intensity, they facilitate the synthesis of precursor of vitamin D3 in our body. And as and when it is required, it is converted to ready-made D3. So we never get toxicity because of sun exposure, so far as D3 is concerned. Of course, excessive sun exposure has a different type of toxicity, like you become, especially if your skin is white, you become prone for cancer, skin cancer. Those are other things. But vitamin D3 wise, you get the best vitamin D3 in a precursor form, and as and when required, you get it. So we always recommend this natural sun exposure, or limited extent milk also can be a better source. But then there are other minerals also which are very important, like sodium. We have chlorides. Then we have potassium. We have iron, ferrum. Because in anemia, that iron deficiency anemia is very much common in India. But one thing we have to realize, that always these deficiencies are not because of not being consumed in our food. Sometimes, rarely, there are disorders called as malabsorption syndrome, where the essential elements are not absorbed in our body because of some disease phenomena in the intestinal tract. And under such conditions, we have to treat the person for that condition. Even if you give supplements, the person will not improve because the availability is not the issue. The absorption, assimilation is the problem. Rather, we have seen that children or even females who have iron deficiency and we give iron supplements, they just don't tolerate. They develop nausea, they develop constipation, and so many disorders. So, we have to, again, it's a complementary. In a sense, it's a complex. In this, like we have vitamin B complex deficiency. So, if folic acid deficiency is there, so body will not be utilized iron to form hemoglobin. So all these things are needed in a balanced proportion. We have seen that sodium and potassium, it's like a feedback mechanism. When sodium goes in excess, the potassium level depletes. When potassium level goes up, sodium depletes. This happens. So we have to maintain the balance. Like potassium, we have coconut, tender coconut water. Ample of potassium we get. Ample of potassium. Sodium is the best source, is the salt. Sea salt or rock salt, that is the best source. Then selenium, many plants which contain a lot of selenium in it. So selenium, then we have like boron, these elements like zinc, again zinc. So in minutest quantities they are required, but definitely they are available in food. And the best part is we start relishing the food which contains these elements. So we have to always heed to our taste. And best is whatever is available in that season is good for that season from all aspects, from even nutrition point of view, from micronutrient point of view.
So apples in the wrong season are not good.
Yes, of course, yes. See, apples here in India we get around September, October, November, and November the season ends. So till and you just see the taste in the season, apples taste very delicious. And later, like after say 4 5 months of preservation in cold storage, if you take apple, it tastes like a blotting paper. It is tasteless. This happens. So it's definitely mineral. See, we have seen as a child, we used to go in the forest for trekking, and we used to get small berries of say 4 mm, 5 mm size, 3 mm size. And those small berries we used to take, and there would be again a seed in the center. So we used to get hardly, if we eat say 100 berries, we used to get some 4 or 5 grams of stuff in it. But so delicious, so energized you feel after consuming it. And you get rarest and required minerals without you being fussy about taking the supplements. Generally we don't recommend taking these supplements, because many times what happens, artificially, if you comply the requirement with chemical stuff being given, your body will not naturally crave those things which contain these things. So you become partly dependent. Like we have seen, especially vitamin B group. If you continuously give vitamin B supplements to the patient, say for a few years, then the person just needs it for the whole life. The capacity or the system which is required for synthesis of this vitamin B12 or B6, so that really goes in disease atrophy. You don't start craving, you don't even facilitate it. And see, it's a complex. Wherever there is deficiency, our body also starts facilitating the formation of these vitamins. So we have to be, finally we arrive at same conclusion, that you eat properly, eat a proper food, the proper food for that season, adequately cooked and not overcooked, because we have seen this in India before 40 years pressure cooker was not much in villages, and we have seen those days our boiling point at our place used to be like 97, 98 degree Celsius. And at that point, if our rice is cooked, it used to taste differently. And then when we started using pressure cooker, and there the temperature used to be like 107 or 110 degree because of pressure of the steam. And rice cooked, initially we found that it was just tasteless as compared to that. And we have seen, like in Ladakh and all, when we cook food, their boiling point is around 70 because of the high altitude. And there at that temperature, it may take more time to cook. But it's very tasty, and the vitamins and minerals and the required nutrients are not spoiled because of overcooking or overboiling. Especially vitamin C, vitamin A, they are unstable. Heat, they can't tolerate. They get disintegrated, they get destroyed by heat. So it is better to eat few things which are raw possible, like carrot. Carrot you don't need to cook. You just take out the roots and start eating. So if you eat this type of stuff, which is natural stuff, proper stuff, you get the whole range of vitamins and minerals with you. So we have to be very careful. See, we have seen that the deficiencies are not only because of the poverty or the economical low class or something like that. We have seen even affluent class has equal proportion of deficiencies, and that is because of the wrong lifestyle, the wrong food habits. So maybe we have to work on that. Not only that, even sleep. You see, if someone who doesn't sleep properly, especially the night sleep, their vitamin B12 deficiency comes. The intestinal flora gets disturbed, and it doesn't synthesize the required amount of vitamin B. Not only, even smokers, the people who smoke, somehow B6 vitamin is not formed, it is consumed. So they get deficiency. So many lifestyle, errors, or what we call wrong habits, they also contribute to all these deficiencies. Whereas now we find that there are some instances where there are antihypertensive drugs for high blood pressure, and those drugs have side effect of removing some micronutrients. I have seen patient with hypertension, when he was being treated, he used to get potassium deficiency, and after 2 years the doctors realized that it is because of the medicine which they are giving for hypertension. And then they said, sorry, we will give you supplement for that, but we can't withdraw your drug for antihypertensive purpose. So we have to see this. We have seen, like antibiotics, we have seen that ampicillin, when it is consumed, the friendly organisms in the intestinal tract also get destroyed because of these antibiotics, and person develops vitamin B deficiency. So routinely the physicians are giving, when they prescribe ampicillin like antibiotics, they give vitamin supplements with proactive. Yes. So they know. So if we are not having antibiotics, we are living natural life, we sleep properly, we eat fresh food, we eat even adequately cooked, I would say, wherever required, I think there should be no reason for deficiency.
Well, I have two questions. The first is a serious one. These chemically treated vegetables and fruits, how detrimental are they?
See, it goes like this, that chemically treated means there are horrible ways of chemical treatment. It is not only pesticides or this thing. They are nowadays giving hormones to bloat the growth or to enhance the growth. And these hormones, not only they affect the product, the vegetable or fruits, but they affect even the mother plant.
Yeah.
Even mother plant, yes, yes. So definitely it's harmful. Like I have seen grapes. I visited one farm in Maharashtra, and there they had sections. Like one corner they had kept that, okay, we will consume only this corner for our family. Then they have one corner which is for export quality, and then one corner which is for commercially for local market. And the local market grapes were looking so fine, nicely bloated, big size, and they were telling, no, we won't eat this lot. We'll prefer this. Why? Though just one day earlier they dipped the whole thing bunch in one liquid with hormone, and next day morning it bloats, double the size, and then it is sold for market. So I left eating grapes after that, after realizing this. You just can't do it. Then in what we call capsicum in Maharashtra, you see, if the farm is not fenced, the free cattle would come and get grazed, or the deers or some wild animals. So they add one chemical even while sowing, so that it becomes poisonous and the cattle won't eat it. Now imagine if the cattle is not eating, how can we do it? So it's really dangerous. It's dangerous. It is not adulteration, but maybe out of ignorance or something, they just go on spraying hormones. See, I have seen that in the season, flowering season, in this capsicum, the many flowers, they don't get pollinated properly and they fall. So they spray one hormone where the flowers don't fall and they get pollinated easily. So this is how it is going on. It's utterly dangerous, but now that awareness has come. Now in the market you see the vegetables which are without hormones or without pesticides, organically grown, they are preferred by the people. Even they don't look nice to look at, but people prefer it. They pay double the price, and people are becoming aware of it now. Even the farmers have realized that if for extra yield, if they spoil the culture in soil, the subsequent crops will not give proper yield. So they have realized now, and many of the farmers are turning organic. Yes.
My last question is about these supplement companies. There are hundreds of them, and the quality must also vary considerably from company to company. But you are recommending not to take any supplements if necessary.
See, as a palliative, I can understand that because of some reason, if there is deficiency, and like we have seen vitamin D3 deficiency, the person starts getting pathological fractures. Little just turn the thing and the bones fracture. So under that circumstances, we do recommend cholecalciferol, which is vitamin D3 in chemical form. But till the acute deficiency is satiated and it comes to normal, and then we resort to this. But those are rare instances. But now I have seen in medical store, we conducted one survey where real medicines are only 5%. 95% is all these supplements and all. Like, they give placebo. It so happened once we were discussing, and dean of one medical college, allopathic college, commented in the meeting that, see, homeopathy, I don't know how much effective it is. But anyway, in our hospital, we have seen OPD that only 10% people need real medicine, 90% need only placebo, and they recover on their own. And there was sitting MLA there.
Interesting, 90%.
He told doctor, irresponsible statement you are making. So in your OPD, if we conduct survey that how much medicine is being prescribed and you spend crores of rupees on medicine, and if you claim now that only 10% is worth giving and 90% is works like a placebo, then you can reduce expenditure. Why do you do it? And then he realized, maybe it is exaggerated statement, but I have a feeling. He was from pathology background. So even allopathic doctors are aware that these are all, things which are not required as an emergency. Rather, if we give in chemical form, there would be always side effect. We always joke, like some person who is able to tolerate fluid orally. And what is the point in giving IV fluids, intravenous fluids? See, intravenous fluid, if you are giving half liter, would take 1 hour to push in the system. You can't give suddenly, it would give load to the circulation. Whereas in 1 hour, you can give even 2 liters of fluid orally. So there's no point, but still they give IV fluids. So same way the beta supplements. I don't think not even 10% people genuinely require supplements. Not even 10% people require supplements. They are just given empirically and just to, and rather it is more, harmful in the sense that you get sort of a satiation by artificial giving. So your natural system won't long for it and won't get it. So it is better to inculcate the system in you which longs for it, absorbs it, assimilates it, and utilizes it.
Excellent. Thank you so much.